Is there any artist that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Yeah, it's a few, I ain't gonna lie, but if I had to really pick like my ultimate, I always be saying this shit, I don't know why, it's just like, I really like, I wanna like, man, this shit sound crazy. I wanna really get in the studio and really like do a song like, with like Lauryn Hill on some like
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah, on some real like
with the braids or the bald head?
Bro, with either bro.
Either Lauryn.
Either Lauryn.
You gonna take either version of Lauryn?
But I'm just saying, like if I had to pick all the way on some
Lauryn.
My dream feature though.
Okay, so God comes down from heaven.
Not aliens.
Okay, aliens come down from heaven. And aliens say, I need you to make one record for me. I need you to pick who's going to be the producer and who's going to do the hook.
Who gonna be the producer? Who gonna do the hook?
Yeah. Aliens and God together. I don't know why they're together. They're together and they say, G Herbo, you got to save planet Earth.
Bro.
One record. One producer.
Bro, I'm gonna do.
And anybody on the hook.
One producer.
Dead or alive. They coming outside. Yeah, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley could be here.
Bro.
I mean, I
one
Michael
producer,
Jackson.
anybody
Michael
on the
Jackson.
One producer, dead or alive. You get Mike.
Bro. I gotta go
Prince.
Michael Jackson.
Prince could be
going.
there.
I gotta go Prince on the hook.
Prince on the hook?
And I'm going Ye on the beat. Bro.
I gotta take a piss.
I'm coming to Prince.
You killed that. You win.
Bro.
Keep going. I'll be back.
I'm coming to Prince like that.
Prince. He said Prince on the beat. I want that record.
It's too hard.
I don't know what the y'all were talking about, but I'm gonna bring it back to Chicago. So you got connected with Common through No ID, right?
Yeah.
So where were you guys, like, what was the connection between old Chicago hip-hop and new Chicago hip-hop?
I think it was like
what was the respect level as well?
Off in the side, I really think it was the transition of like Chicago hip hop always was on some like, in a way it was like.
Can I say something real quick before you keep going? And I don't want to interrupt. I'm interrupting actually, but I just want to say, like, I was reading on you, right, and people were saying like drill had a perception of non-lyrics.
Yeah.
But you actually brought lyrics. Like, you was actually a person that was spitting.
Right.
And I feel like you was bringing what was happening already with Common and Kanye and these guys, like, you was bringing that level of lyricism to your music.
Yeah, so that's what I was finna say. I think in Chicago, like, the transition of, like, you know, like Common, Ye, Twista, all them, they really rapped for real, is what I'm saying. So, like, in Chicago, when the drill scene and that whole era came about, it wasn't really like on no lyricism type shit. It was like,
it was
just up-tempo turnt music.
Right.
That's why they felt like drill was a whole nother genre.
Right.
But it wasn't. It was just like a term or like an expression, basically.
Right.
Drill was an expression, and the music that we created.
To me, drill was just a beat.
Exactly.
A certain beat.
A certain type of beat.
That's it.
Exactly. So it's like, what I'm saying is, like, what Chicago music was before then was like rap. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. From the Commons, the Twisters, and Ye's, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, Lupe, you feel me? Bump. All them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when that music transcended into some whole other shit, I never really steered in that lane. Like, I always was on some rap shit anyways. Like, you feel me? I grew up listening to that type of era.
So
of
you
rap.
did listen to that era.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I grew up listening to New York rappers too. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I grew up listening to all type of genres when it came to hip hop. I mean, not genres. I'm just saying all type of artists.
You just loved hip hop.
Different- Yeah, I love
That's
hip hop
just-
as a whole.
That's the best way
You
to
feel
say
me?
it,
Exactly.
probably.
So what?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No.
I was saying like when I came out, I never really like labeled myself as a drill artist. I always like was on some shit like I'm just a rapper. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just
That can rap on some shit.
exactly. I was 15 years old, 16 years old when that shit came out, but I was one of the only people that actually was rapping on old sample beats and rapping over shit that Kiss made or rapped over or Meek was rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I was really on some shit. Like my first 2, 3, 4 freestyles I put out was over Meek beats. You feel what I'm saying? This was 2010, 2011 and shit.
Big
like
up
that.
Meek Mill.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it was like I was always on some shit where I was trying to rap anyway. Like I was never trying to put myself in that box of drill rap. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I think that's why I was able to like connect with the Commons and shit like that. Like how you saying, like it reached out and like not like to go off subject all the way. My uncle who passed away, his name was K Tone. He already knew them. Like he already like knew Common and Ye and a legendary Trackster. They was a group called Trevor and Trax. So in Chicago, my uncle was like a legendary producer in a way, and that was my blood uncle. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in the studio around him and already getting that foundation with twisting them around, do or die, all these crucial conflict, all and my uncle was already well respected in the industry in Chicago when it came to that type of stuff. Like Mickey Hosted, who was my first manager, he knew my uncle, like, you know what I'm saying? So I already like had like a love for music when it came to just looking up to him and wanting to be like him, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like when my whole like when me and Baby when we came out, I don't know, maybe it's just like over East or just the music we listened to, we was always on some rap shit. Like we never steered away from hip hop, you feel what I'm saying? We never tried to like deter away from bars, like lyricism, 12, 16, 32 bars, rap, you feel what I'm saying? Like lyricism, we never shied away from that. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's always what I was on from the moment I choose to be a rapper.
Right.
So, like, yeah.
I know we touched on it earlier, right? But I went and looked at my Twitter when I went to the bathroom. And it's still, people think that drill music started in London.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's crazy.
Why do you
But-
think that?
I think because I don't know. I feel like overseas, like in London, they had such a big wave with just like how they was able to translate the drill shit.
How's your
like,
following in London? Let's just start with there.
I ain't really.
I would
toured.
imagine you have the biggest following.
I ain't toured or did nothing in London yet, but I want to go out.
Have you gone overseas?
No, I ain't got no.
Oh, bro,
overseas, no.
I guarantee you got a big overseas audience, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go overseas.
I ain't got no overseas.
No,
Nah, you gotta get out of here, bro. Get the out of here, bro.
it's gonna change
You
your
got
life.
a big audience outside of here, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
I ain't never did nothing.
As much as they appreciate us,
I was
Nah,
in
you
London
gotta get
for.
it's much
I was in London
more
for like
over
2
there.
weeks with Juice WRLD and shit. He was on tour with Nicki Minaj. I had did Tim Westwood and shit. That was like
Oh, and
2, 3,
that's
yeah.
UK.
Yeah,
UK,
that was
that's
like-
London.
So you
Yeah,
went
that
to
was-
London?
that was like 3-4 years ago though. I ain't been there since. I ain't did no shows. or
Yeah,
nothing.
Just
Nah.
UK, just London.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Nah, you need to go back.
Tim
Go back.
Westwood, that's our brother.
That's big. That's big. Tim Westwood is big.
Yeah. I played the best hood. OT with Tim Westwood.
I
Used
had
to be
did
on
this crazy
Section 8.
freestyle. That shit
Section
went
is
viral,
good.
bro.
Oh, yeah, with Tim Westwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a legend.
Yeah, no, that shit went crazy.
Tim Westwood's a
legend.
legend, bro.
Yeah, I Tim Westwood for sure.